And Road Dogg Jesse James has left World Wrestling Entertainment. And there's going to be a major creative shakeup. Brian Road Dogg James has exited WWE after serving as a key member of the company's creative team, ending a run that included writing duties for SmackDown. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, the departure followed James' annual performance review, which reportedly influenced his decision to move on. Meltzer noted that a person close to the situation indicated that tension had been brewing behind the scenes, while WWE has not issued a formal statement regarding the circumstances. Additionally, Meltzer reported that those close to the situation believe James chose to step away because he wasn't happy with the review. He also noted that James might say he left over something else, and quote-unquote, only he would know exactly why he did so, but it was ultimately his decision to leave. Another detail surrounding the departure involving a conversation appearance James had previously had been approved by WWE to attend later this month. WWE ended up withdrawing that approval. Ultimately, the decision to leave appears to have come from James himself following the annual review discussion. Road Dogg, 56 years old, had long been associated with WWE in both in-ring and backstage roles. As a performer, he gained mainstream recognition as part of DX during the Attitude Era. After his active wrestling career slowed down, he transitioned to a behind-the-scenes position, eventually working within WWE's creative structure. During his time as the head writer on the creative team, James contributed to the direction of SmackDown programming and storyline development. His experience from earlier eras of wrestling often influenced creative decisions within the writer's room. For now, there are no confirmed details about his next professional step. Interesting. A lot of people are talking negatively about Road Dogg and all that stuff, and you can. But at the end of the day, everybody tends to blame Road Dogg as to one of the reasons as to why SmackDown has just been a dreadful show. You don't have to watch the show to know. Like, if you watched one full episode of SmackDown in 2026 or even in 2025, you know what I'm talking about. It's unbearable to watch. The show went from 2 hours to 3 hours, back to 2 hours, back to 3 hours. 3 hours of wrestling show, regardless of what show it is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Also, if you watch WWE Unreal and you watch, Road Dogg in those creative scenes, I mean, he did not look good. So he did not look good in those creative rooms. He just didn't. He did not look good at all. You can blame that on the editors all you want. But if there's one thing that WWE Unreal showed, was the incompetence of the creative team. Like, the creative team, if you watch those creative scenes and those creative discussions on WWE Unreal, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing and it's lame. And look, I think Triple H has done a lot of great things in WWE, especially when he first took the book back in 2022. He's done a lot of great things in NXT, but let's be honest, the team around him is atrocious. It is. They are, because they're absolutely clueless. They don't know what they don't know what they are writing. They tend to complicate things on something that really does not need to be that complicated. It's frickin' wrestling. But the wrestling business will always be the wrestling business, and they will not simplify anything. It has to be very complex. Advice: simplification, not complication, as what an old professor will tell me. But in terms of Road Dogg, Jesse James, look, if you watch WWE Unreal and you watch that one scene about how they wanted to, I believe, put the belt back on Chelsea Green, and, Triple H asked him, okay, where do we go from there? What challengers is she going to have? Road Dogg was like, I don't know. That pretty much solidified Road Dogg and the creative team and his future. He had no idea what he was doing. No idea what he was doing. But I'm not going to put all the blame on Road Dogg because, again, it's a team. And at the end of the day, you have to put the blame on one person, and that person is the guy at the head of the table, no pun intended, and that is Paul Levesque. Look, WWE hasn't really hit on all strides this year or last year. Why is that? Well, the shows are uninteresting. They're just uninteresting. The only things that are interesting are the main event segments and the main event scene. That's it. Everything else, nothing of importance. But Road Dogg is gone from WWE, and from what it looks like, he quit the company. All right, moving on. Moving on with WrestleMania 42. WrestleMania 42, of course, is going to be taking place next month. And we have a couple matches announced for WrestleMania. We got CM Punk versus Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight title. Stephanie Vaquer versus Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship. Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley for the WWE Women's title. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton for the undisputed WWE title. And Brock Lesnar is going to be wrestling on the show, but we do not know who he is going to be wrestling. So that is the WrestleMania 42 card so far.